What just happened?
Here's hoping to make a big impact here tonight and some effective offense with that.
What just happened?
Help me, I'm hurt, I'm hurt.
I'm busy.
Fella, you seem to be running fine.
I may not look dangerous, my friend, but when I get up, if you don't fucking leave and let me get treated, I will put a bullet in. Oh,
What the fuck?
LS drillers, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar.
You're a cockhead, mate.
Too easy.
What the fuck is this?
Fucking noob. Allah Akbar, Burks, LS drillers.
LS dribblers, bro.
LS drillers.
Dribblers. Dribblers. Do you really not have anything better to do, you fucking infidel?
LS drillers.
You fucking Neanderthal. Get the fuck out of here, you useless fuck.
Burks, LS drillers.
So how are we doing?
I don't think it works. Oh no, now I've got it.
Ow! Ow! Where's my hat?
Oh dear.
Well. Oh, come on!
Oh, my chest. Oh, we're the dumbest fucking criminals in the world. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, sure. Everyone likes a good buck. What can I do for you? Where are we going?
Okay.
Oh my god.
Right, I need to take you hostage, okay?
No, we'll give you money out.
You're not gonna get hurt, okay?
Lower the gun, it's fine.
Bronson, I need your dog time.
Look, I'm gonna take my weapons off. It's okay.
You're fucking shit.
You don't have a lasso?
What's your name, fella?
My name is Luke.
Oh, I'll go that way anyway.
Why is there... What is with all this trash? I don't remember. Oh.
I hate him so much.
Oh.
I actually hope. I really hope he like stubs his toe or something. Just something so painful. I hope when you wake up in the morning when you need to brush your teeth, you have no toothpaste left. Like, I despise you so much. In VR, very.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Oh fuck! I've got. Yep.
What happened?
That's a bunch of PUT. I'm just gonna go ahead and move that back.
What is happening? Oh god. Oh, what's it called?
Bag full of.
Jeff? Oh. I physically hate my life. Like, I don't think you have any idea how much I hate my life. Oh my god! Shut the fuck up! Fucking buckets. I don't know where she is.
She's to our right somewhere.
Mother.
Stop looking at it. Just stop looking at it.
I got no choice.
Stop looking at it.
Oh. I don't know what that was.
I know what the fuck that was, but I'm not gonna say.
Please tell me it doesn't have 8 legs. I'm not even joking. Does that have 8 legs?
Just keep going, Frag. Just keep going.
Oh, come on.
Frag, just keep going. Just keep going. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
I can't do it.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
So well.
Fingerprints, so
Light
that's...
flashing. No.
That's fine.
It's a
Oh, no,
hand
that's
too.
you. I just took a picture of her. Fuck, I thought you were
We have fingerprints. We
Alright,
have
yeah.
fingerprints.
I'll tell you what,
Oh,
if
well,
I'm
we
ever
got
in danger, I'm never
fingerprints, we got
calling him.
Fingerprints. Which I told you it's a demon from the start.
No, it's a Hantu, you fool.
Which is what I said. I said Hantu.
Oh my god, Jesus
Did
Christ.
someone just shut the door?
It's not hunting, so you're fine. Activity 0. We're not in
Where the
hunting
fuck?
range.
Someone shut the door. Someone shut the door.
We're not
The
in
door's
hunting
shut.
range.
No, I can't open the fucking door. The door's shut. Open the fucking door. Oh, it's you, you fucking bitch.
Oh my god. Oh, you're gonna give him a stroke.
So how are we doing?
I don't think it works. Oh no, now I've got it.
Ow! Ow! Where's my hat?
Oh, oh. Oh, oh dear.
Well, going well. Oh, come on!
Oh, 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 my chest. Oh, we're the dumbest fucking criminals in the world. Oh, Jesus. Okay, let's put it this way, right? I'm gonna try something. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah?
So it's the orange gang. We've both got binoculars on each other.
Do a wave.
Okay, so he's got back in his car. And he's driving away.
Help me, I'm hurt, I'm hurt.
You're
I'm
about to be
busy.
hurt. Bella, you seem to be running fine.
I may not look dangerous, my friend, but when I get up, if you don't fucking leave and let me get treated, I will put a bullet in you. Oh,
What the fuck?
Alex Julius, Allah Ekber, Allah Ekber, Allah Ekber.
You're a cockhead, mate.
Too easy, too easy.
What the fuck is this?
Fucking noob. Allah Ekber, Burks, Alex Julius. Alex Julius.
LS dribblers, bro.
Alex Julius, Alex Julius.
Dribblers.
Alex Julius, Alex Julius.
Dribblers.
Alex Julius. Alex Julius,
Dribblers.
Alex Julius, Alex Julius.
Do you really not have anything better to
Alex
do, you
Julius.
fucking infidel?
Alex Julius, Alex Julius, Alex Julius.
You
Alex
fucking Neanderthal. Get the fuck out of here, you
Julius.
useless fuck.
Bugs, Alex Julius. Alex.
In VR. Very.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Oh fuck! I've got. Yep.
What
That's
happened?
a bunch of PUT. I'm just gonna go ahead and move that back.
What is happening? Oh god. Oh, that's good.
Bag full of.
Oh. Ah!
Why am I laughing and crying and taking off my clothes? Bill Clinton naked on a bearskin rug with his saxophone. I'll be honest, I'll be right back. Why am I laughing and crying and taking off my clothes? Asian cock.
Oh no.
Okay then. Why am I laughing and crying and taking off my clothes? Advice from an old black man. I'm sorry, am I getting the advice to laugh, cry, and taking off my clothes? Why am I laughing and crying and taking off my clothes? I just finished my...
God, you know you want to achieve it.
Oh, come on!
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're...
Sure, everyone likes a good buck. What can I do for you? Where are we going?
Okay.
we should...
Oh my god.
Right, I need to take you hostage, okay?
Hey.
No, we'll give you money after.
You're not gonna get hurt, okay?
No.
Lower the gun, it's fine.
Bronson, I need your dog time.
Look, I'm gonna take my weapons off. It's okay.
I don't have a lasso.
You're fucking shit.
Right,
You're a hostage, you don't have a lasso?
what's your name, fella?
My name is Tim.
Okay, we lost the position. Try to keep focus.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Some vicious DDT we just saw. He's eliminated. Battlefield has been eliminated. We're about to find out who enters next. What a right hook. And he has to start protecting himself from attacks.
What just happened?
Here's hoping to make a big impact here tonight. And some effective offense with that.
What just happened?
Hey, listen, Link, watch out. Okay. Okay, Havoc. I mean,
Open.
because you could flank and stun them to shoot them. There's a tripwire right there.
Oh, come on! I had the opportunity. Oh, come on!
Mel, restart the level. Oh, can't go that way anyway.
Why is there... What is with all this trash? I don't remember. Oh.
I hate him so much.
I heard that on the screen.
Oh, I actually hope. I really hope he like stubs his toe or something so painful. I hope when you wake up in the morning when you need to brush your teeth you have no toothpaste left. Like, I despise you so much.
Activity 1. I'm gonna get the Ouija board so I can ask which room it is actually in.
Yeah, you get the Luigi board.
Where is the Ouija board? Let me take a picture of it.
In the basement.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I just went upstairs.
I'm down in the basement now.
Should
Right,
I
I'm
put
coming
on
after
a candle in the
By the break.
in the little room?
There is no uncles in there. Uncles in the basement, no. Not really good.
Okay. Want to get out of here?
Why do you want to get out of here?
It's chasing us.
Because I'm gonna...
Oh, you motherfucker! You motherfucker! You motherfucker!
Not cheap.
Alrighty, Roo. Today, as you can see, is the Stanley Parable. Hello, Ali, if you're still lurking around. For this highly requested game from a handful of people. I've never played this before, ever. I've heard things, I've seen clips. This should be interesting, to say the least. Let's see. The end is never the end. It's never the end. Is okay. Yeah. We're off to a flying start.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
I will solve that bit.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh. Alright, let me fix this quick. Ali's moaning again. Oh, God. Put you up here, I guess. That'll do. Let me just press that again. Yeah, that's fine. That's golden. Alrighty. Campbell said step out the office. Why does it feel like I'm on rollerblades? Okay. You moan all the time.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Or maybe you've come in on a bank holiday? Possibly. Where's the meeting room? Is the meeting room in 420? Nope. Okay. Where the fuck am I?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Why the left? Why the left? What's wrong with the right one? Oh, I don't like being told where I can go in a decision. No, fuck you, I'm not going.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
exactly,
just to admire it.
Yep, that's exactly what I wanted to do. See? The employee lounge. Okay. Where is the employee lounge? There it is.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
It's very nice. It's a very nice room. I would say with the amount of rooms and employee numbers I've seen, you've got a lack of chairs.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
100%.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I don't like it. What happens if I go... That looks more appealing.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
What does this do? It's a big red button. What does this do? Oh. Where are we going? Oh.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Okay.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Okay.
No, not the right.
Come
Why
on,
would I
man.
have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, we went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Wait, what's happening? Did I technically just win? Oh my god. I don't know what's happening.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Oh, I've got to listen to
Stanley
this
decided to
again.
go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Okay.
he had simply missed a memo.
Is this not... Is this on a rail? Like, I thought this was multiple choice. Okay. Tell me it doesn't restart for every single wrong decision.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely
Oh
fresh.
god, it's one of
Everything
them!
should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
I'm gonna go this way, but I can't jump. Okay. Let's go with this one. Come on, Stanley, we can do this. Oh, fuck. Wait, what?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again. But it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
High or drunk. Imagine. Okay. Let's go again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't think I've missed a memo, my friend. Take a shot every time the game restarts. Oh god.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Why does his voice keep cutting out? Okay.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
It doesn't happen all the
time. Do you
time.
remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this?
If you say restart.
You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
There we go. End of stream.
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Yes, I did.
Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Because you took a right when you told you to go left. Is that what's done this? Very nice. Bear Lord, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Much love. How are we? How are you doing?
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure
refunded.
Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Follow the line. Follow the line. Following the line. I'm not even looking up. Follow the line.
You see? The line knows where the story is.
Exactly.
It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself?
Who drew this fucking line?
Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Jesus Christ. What is this game? Very annoying and loud. I don't know what I'm playing.
Wait, cut the music.
Oh, thank
Go
God.
back and look at that fern.
Excuse me? You got what now?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
The fuck is a fern? Is that a name for a plant? What? Or am I just being dumb as fuck? What's a fern? How am I meant to know? Call me a dummy. Do I look like a gardener? Okay. What am I missing? Okay, green plant. Cool. Everyone knows what a fern is. Well, clearly not, because I don't know what a fern is.
Wait, what?
Didn't realise I was Alan Titmarsh.
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Oh, fuck, am I doing all that again? Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Jesus.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story?
Exactly.
Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Thank you. See, look, just give me free will. I will find it.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Give me free will, follow his instructions. There's not much I can do there. I can't open any of the following doors. Like when I said give me free will, like let me open every door, explore every room.
Not you again, Stanley. I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Too late. I'm following the line. I can't follow the line anymore.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Okay. Guess we have to go through this door. What the fuck?
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on.
Communism?
I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay.
Okay.
I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree?
No.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey. though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Jesus, mother of Christ.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Now I'm going to go through the left. We did the whole right side. And we fucked it. Okay. Where are we? Ah!
Yet there was not a single person here either.
It's only
Feeling
taken us
a
a while.
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
So, was that technically an ending? Previously? Was that an ending? Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. You have a manager for a whiteboard? Okay. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Number of slides on this slide. Slides, charts. Charts and slides. Synergize. Synergy! Monetize. Free to play. God. What is hot? Target demographic teenagers. Colored in segment. What do people... Oh, this is definitely an Activision board. What do people want? Things. Money. More money. Things, but with money to buy more things. Sounds definitely like an Activision thing. Okay. We shall continue. Oh, I can open this door.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to
They
follow.
all have
just an
monetization.
empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, but it's red down there. Let's see what the red is.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished.
Exactly. Red
His boss
is
would
the
think he
colour
was
of
crazy.
safe.
And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
That's very true.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job.
I'm in a loop.
Crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying.
I think I've broken it again.
Gently float above the ground.
Oh.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Oh, progress!
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
The soft touch of a woman.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Ah, bollocks.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Just a freezing cold one.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this.
Maybe that
and
was
in a
his
certain
destiny.
way, seeing this man made her feel better.
All I
Then
had
she
to do was
remembered
go
the meeting
upstairs.
she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life.
This is
She
an
had
ending?
no
Oh,
time for
okay.
this. So it was only a moment that she stood there,
44
staring
minutes.
down at the body.
Minus 15,
And
40
then she
minutes.
turned and ran.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it
Stanley
mean
decided
indeed?
to go to the meeting room.
The
Perhaps
meeting
he
room.
had simply missed a memo.
Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, door on left. Is this an all endings run? Hell no! I don't know how long this is or how many endings there are. There's a man on the floor. It sure is nice to be a nice, normal, sane person, unlike this person. How does she know he's crazy? He could have just had a cardiac arrest or something. Oh no, he's clearly insane. So there are many different endings depending on what you choose to do.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
That's
hoping
what
he
we're
might
gonna do.
find an
We're gonna
answer
go
there.
up this time.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Fucking hell, who is our boss? Who do I work for? The Kingpin? I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. So that's a lovely purse. Okay. Extreme bathrooms. I love the fact that when I select something, it sounds like a keyboard. Business strategy. Kill the panda. Yep, okay. That's a business strategy if you're in the panda killing business. We go up. Up we go. Vince. It's Vince's office. Yo, ah.
2,000 years later.
Who doesn't like a bit of smooth elevator music? Oh, fucking... Didn't fucking go anywhere. Oh, okay. Fake elevator.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
Oh.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Who the fuck do I work for? Okay. That's a wall. Can't go that way. Down we go again. No rug for you. What's wrong with a panda rug? I would imagine it would be quite soft.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh, I think that broke. Get maintenance on that.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I'm kind of intrigued. Alrighty, mind control me.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television
Ha!
screens.
We were up there.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Okay.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals
the guy from the
reduced to
Matrix.
images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Okay. Did these do anything? Okay. Cool, you wouldn't be able to have an affair at this office. Jesus. Right, what do you do?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His
and
own
away.
life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Ooh.
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay. I'll just press any of these buttons. Oh, can't go up that way. 1, 2. Don't know if I'm doing anything, but 3. I'm assuming that would be 4. Oh, bollocks. Well, I can't get to 4, so I'll go that way. Alright, well I guess we just go to facility power. I'll press 5 just in case. Nothing happened. Okay. Okay. Mind controls idle, awaiting input.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
Nuclear?
How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
Of course.
It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
Can I go up that stairs now?
What's that?
I can.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
Shit, where's one?
A moment of solace before you're obliterated.
Ah, minute 23.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
Wow.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing.
Just let it blow.
You try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better.
Well, I did nothing.
My goodness, only 34 seconds left.
Oh no!
But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten?
Come on.
Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first,
What the fuck am I doing?
so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No
I'm intrigued to see the explosion.
Being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's
Oh, we're
all
dead.
the same to me.
Okay.
All a part of the joke.
We'll
And
just
believe
die
me, I will
peacefully.
be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
Stanley noticed that all of his co-workers were gone. He headed to the meeting room. For the love of God.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I can't remember the code.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be?
I'll just spit out the code.
This keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. and so the boss had assigned it an extra. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
You know what, Tank? You're not the only one,
That
mate.
anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
It won't let you speedrun. I have the memory of a fish. Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay. We'll turn it off this time.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with
No, no, we're going to turn it
screens.
off this time.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on the screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machine... blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
No.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber,
I'll wait for the light to catch up.
realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before
Freedom!
him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Oh, is it over? Don't say it.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Yes. What's happening now? Who am I?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by blah blah blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway.
Fair enough.
Full surprise.
Thank you, game. Speed run easier.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
No, he didn't.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
The door behind him was
Can't
not
be
shut.
worse than a nuclear
Stanley
bomb.
still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Nope. Nope.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yep, that's what's happening. Into the pit of Satan. Oh, we're still falling. Nailed the landing. Oh.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Goodbye, world.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
So I ducked. Oh.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Huh? People seconds since the last time. Okay. Solitaire! I didn't mean turn it off. Okay. Well, we've reached the credits. So, yeah. Although at this point, I don't even know if those are legit credits. I think I've missed a lot of stuff. Okay, I'm not going to look at any paintings, because I kind of want to... Where the fuck do I go? Let's go here.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save those two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now, and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't...
Are we just gonna relive that every single time? I mean, I feel like I know I haven't, but I feel like I've followed every path. Unless I've missed something.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh.
What did it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Fuck your memo. Your memo up your ass. New content! Let me in.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Content that is new. Okay.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
You and me both, sir. You and me both.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
This is riveting. And we walk away.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness.
Anybody with
Another
OCD
elevator.
itching
Stanley,
themselves.
I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievement, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
That honestly just felt like an entire dig at the Call of Duty community. Oh, it's funny. Okay, this looks different. Twitter, what's that?
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
Nah, I'm good, fella. I'm good. I'm good. Oh. No, in the vent, in the vent, in the vent. I'm not going back to whatever that was. I guess it sounds better than I'm going to find these people on X.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Do you know, I miss... Like, I mean, I've never played this game before. This is the first time I've ever played the Stanley Parable. But I miss this. I miss physical PC releases. Big fucking boxes that had, like, just a CD and a manual about that thick. I missed this. Is this legit? Does this actually exist? I can't remember 2013. Like, complete fucking blur. My memory zone doesn't remember 2013. Exactly. I can't remember 2013. But I'm pretty sure by the looks of the back of this box, that's a Windows 95, 98 window. And I'm pretty sure in 2013 we had kind of advanced from that. I had Flight Simulator in a box like that. Ha! 2013. Funny. I first kissed my first car, the release of the Stanley Parable in 2013. The original remake. Mozilla fucking Firefox. God, who uses that? Linguists identify 15,000-year-old ultra-conserved words. Okay. You use Firefox? Oh my god. You're about on the same level as somebody using bloody Internet Explorer. The first dollar. That's funny. I guess this would make a lot more sense to me if I'd played the game when it first came out. I refuse to believe that that was the front page of the New York Times.
Je suis dans la mémorisation, seul sur la pluie de l'eau.
That would make sense. I use Opera, thank you very much. Opera GX.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original
British,
Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Not this posh British. Proper. Honestly, I thought that was a picture of Minecraft for a second. Portal. I have no idea what that is. I'm going to say some form of development tool, design, game. I don't fucking know. Oh, who games on an Apple Mac? Ugh. Oh, I should be shot. Oh, look at it. Look what you got. Back with physical releases. God. It's a Doom engine. I didn't know that. Preparing snake oil salesman. Huh. People play games because of what they can do inside them, and your game is very good at letting them know they can't do anything. Literally anything. Okay.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.
Repeatable carpet
The Stanley
textures.
Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories. These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
Oh, that's
Surely
fucking
these
brilliant.
reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh, I can't wait to see this.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
I do love the fact that the Steam review area is a dull, bleak, horrible place. If the Steam review section was life, real life, this is exactly how it would look.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
No, I mean, who would ever consider remastering The Last of Us 2? Like...
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people, and if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut. Here, We'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245.
You know when YouTubers want to fill a
of
10-minute
elimination
mark
working backwards,
for
the
their
deduction
videos so they
therefore
can
becomes
monetize it and get
impossible
paid.
to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday,
Blackmail just
here
said,
and
"Time
there,
for
forward and back,
45-minute
and never a
food
moment
break."
before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story,
2,000 years later.
and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all
I'm
until
intrigued
the
to
end
know if he
of
stops.
time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah.
Or if it
blah,
genuinely
blah,
is
blah.
just
We've
on
eaten too
repeat.
much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time
Get
everything all
comfortable.
at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming...
Hang about. 10,000. Son of a bitch! Oh. Wow, you really just blew 15. I didn't even know you had 15,000. God damn. Alright.
It is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of
I'm
time,
not going for a break
at which
stream, so
time
enjoy
everything
this.
all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say,
the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. Got the logic of elimination working backwards. The deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just
somebody
yet.
Google if he
until 245.
I'm sure there's somebody on the planet somewhere that has left this
The
running.
deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say...
Shut the fuck up. We're done.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very...
Okay. Bring that back. There we go.
Briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time, just... Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel.
Is he dead? Oh, I think we killed him. It's very annoying.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of our... But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim?
Oh, fucking hell, how long are we going to be skipping for?
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Cindy, the ceiling's leaking. Oh, dear. There's a hole in my roof. Oh, nature's taken over. And nature has died. Oh, fucking hell. I thought the room was a bit pissed. Wait. Okay, it can't be pressed again.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Wait, have I had... Didn't Mel say 19 endings? I haven't had 19, have I? New content. Okay.
Oh good, you notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you. You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing
the
this
sun
ultra
expired.
deluxe version has
Jesus.
turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
The end is never the end.
Yes,
Again.
you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Taste the sequel.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
New content is out. New content part 2 is in. Old and busted. New hotness. Okay. I kind of like the 5th one. I know that this one's the easiest one to go for, but I kind of like the 5th one.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Is there a bus in here?
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Okay. It'll all sort itself out, man. I'm pretty sure I've heard that story before. Haven't we all? Okay. Exclusive. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful? Your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being...
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not muted. Lies. Many lies.
Heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Okay. I am Jim. Jim is me. I woke up this morning as Jim. I wonder what this button will say.
Jim.
Oh my god! Unbelievable. They got my name right.
You see? What a thrill! That was you! The button described you. Do it again, do it again. Jim. Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
What a great feature. It really detected my name. I am truly Jim. Oh, shit. Just turned my second monitor off. Hang on. There we go. What other new features in,
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
That is actually in the game. Okay. I'm waiting for a comment now. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Jump circle. Infinite hole. Okay.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Oh, that's funny.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
I'll try infinite hole. Hole entrance, infinity. Hole, depth, space, more hole, question mark, science, infinity, more, falling. Okay.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
In we go.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, The infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Just the two of us.
Look, things got
We
a little
can
heated
make it
there.
if
I think
we
we
try.
both said some things we didn't mean.
Funny.
Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the whole
Somebody else has been down here.
mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport
Oh,
button
Timmy
to
fell in the
walk
well
up to
again.
the top of the hole, and we can move on. I'll just be
Infinite
up here
gym
when you're
hole.
ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Oh, for heaven... You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there, goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime.
In the hole!
Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport
I'm
button
pressing
not
it.
working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again.
Shut up, bro. My teleport button's
Still
not working.
nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
What's happening? I can't actually get out of the hole. I'm stuck! Oh. Okay. Down we go. Satan is summoning us. This is... I'm timing it with the music as best as I can. I have no idea what's happening. Oh, okay, he's upside down.
Using up the space of mine. My head is stronger. Now you're no longer.
There's some upbeat music.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley!
Hey!
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley.
I was in the hole!
Because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole?
Cool.
From the
Fine by
looks
me.
of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole. And I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle pip.
Toodle pip. Let's go again. Take me into the hole. Deeper and deeper. No!
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Ah. God damn it. Okay. Fine, we will find something new.
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
God damn it. Thought that was going to go up in numbers. The Stanley Parable 2 Reassurance Bucket. Okay.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, The bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Do I keep this now? Okay. This bucket is now mine.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a
Bucket?
video game?
I mean, technically, there's a hole in top. We now have a portable hole.
Really should be an award if it isn't already.
The button that says gym. Jump circle, this map, free achievement, the button that says the name of the player that's playing the game, merch, settings, world champion, the Stanley Parable returns bucket, office decorations, epilogue, collections. Okay, so where's settings, world champion? So we need to go back up there then, okay.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like
I went
balloons.
the wrong side.
But I'm
Okay.
undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Well, that one seems a bit noncy, so we'll go with this one.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Fucking game. Cheers, game.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
The baby is all grown up. Fucking nice. Keep thinking it's me. Okay. Can we go this way? What's up here? Exit. Okay, not quite yet. Let's look at free, new and easy achievement. I can't believe it's that simple. Free achievement, get yours right now. Pull the lever, receive your achievement, no more steps. It just works.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Okay. I don't get my achievement. I'm gonna leave a bad review now. What ending did I miss? Pick of the baby. That's an ending?
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Okay. How do we get up there? Ah, some stairs. Settings world champion. Okay, fine. I didn't want to look at it anyway.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Damn it, game. Well, I think that's everything in here. Jump circle, this map, free achievement, bonus, anything much, sensible champion, it's all been done. Okay. To the exit! Got a free bucket.
All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now? So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay, are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect.
Sounds like an Ultra Deluxe version.
And integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
See, now I don't know if I'm back at the menu or if I'm still in the game. Oh, it actually has the settings.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Ah, fucking balloons. Okay. Just watch out for a hole. I just want any new ending. In, out, in, Okay. What am I looking at? Okay. Obtaining the ending. Head to the right door at the 2 doors room. Carry on straight to the warehouse. Okay, I won't be able to see chat for a second, so bear with me.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up.
Fucking
While
bucket.
when Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was
Carry
not
on
the
straight
correct
to the
way to the
warehouse.
meeting room, and Stanley knew it
cargo lift.
perfectly well.
Jump on the catwalk.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the
Middle of
employee
the
lounge
road.
first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay. Carry on straight to the warehouse, get in the cargo lift, and jump to the catwalk in the middle of the ride. That catwalk. I can't jump though.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I don't think I went to plan. Nope, nope, nope.
Maybe Stanley would never pick up the bucket. A lonely bucket, lonely. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh, it's changed now.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Never mind.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay.
Look, Stanley,
Not
I think
plunged
perhaps
to our
we've
death.
gotten off on the wrong foot here.
I will
I'm
somehow
not
get
your
onto that
enemy, really,
without a
I'm
jump.
not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Nailed it.
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay, well, that's the only room to go in. Aha!
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
No, we're here for one thing. Colour doors are open. Enter the blue door 3 times.
Aha! Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Well, I'm going blue.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
I'm going through the blue door.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Okay. So I think we're here.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out?
And then the blue doors room off. We're being taken back to the 2 doors room. This time will be a 3rd door. Go through any door and rate your experience. After you're taken back, repeat what you have done. Oh.
Specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that?
I think I messed up again.
Did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A 3rd option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
After being taken back to the 2 doors room, this time a 3rd door, go through any door and rate your experience. After taken back, repeat what you've done. Okay. What's in this one?
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion? You know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
How long does it take you to get to the correct door? You are objectively ranked 9,328 out of 9,328 players worldwide. Why not ask some friends for help? Error. Friends is empty. Oh dear.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
I'm going 3 again.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Okay, I think we might be on the right track here.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Oh! Oh! Oh, fuck this baby. I can't keep doing that. No, the baby dies.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Yeah, that wasn't going to last long.
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Okay. Where are we going?
No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You really wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Okay. Oh my fucking God.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run.
Wait. Okay. Who is this game made by, and how have they got the rights to use Rocket League's images?
And around in, there isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
It's actually quite clever.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here?
I know what we do here.
There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh, we've picked up momentum. A lot of momentum. Yep, that's it. Oh, we're dribbling now. I don't know what team I'm on. In you go.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out.
Oh, fuck, I didn't even hit it that hard.
Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls!
Oh, Jesus. Do I have to get rid of all of these? Get your ass in that goal.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over. That's right. Your little fun comes to an end.
Oh.
This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules.
Oh!
I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
Au revoir. Can I jump in one of these goals then?
Hold on. What are you doing?
Nailed it.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Okay. Please rate your experience. Alright, where do we go? Oh. Oh, we are in the depths of hell now. Where do I go? Oh, light means good. It's my office from the future. What happened?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Alright, I'm gonna leave it there. We've done enough of this today. My head hurts. But it was funny. And I like the way that it says the sequel is now paused. No, it's a good game. It's a funny game. I like it. I do like it. So yes, that is the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe version / the Stanley Parable 2, apparently. There's one where you take the bucket to the end. Oh God. No, there's definitely enough. Right. Yeah, that's gonna be it from me today. I am going to be live again on Wednesday. More than likely going to be Call of Duty, if I'm honest. Make sure you check out Alleycat Gamer's channel as well. Ali doesn't follow a schedule as far as I know, so it's best to drop her a follow and keep up to tabs with her channel. She likes a lot of puzzle games, but she also plays a lot of other stuff as well. So, Tuesday and Thursday. There we go. She streams Tuesday and Thursday. But yes, I will be live at 8 PM GMT this Wednesday. So until then, Ali, thank you for hanging out and recommending me whatever this was. Until next time, take it easy, stay safe. Peace. Oh, I can't go that way anyway.
Why is there... What is with all this trash? I don't remember. Oh.
I hate him so much.
Oh.
Oh, I actually hope. I really hope he like stubs his toe or something. Just something so painful. I hope when you wake up in the morning when you need to brush your teeth, you have no toothpaste left. Like, I despise you so much. Okay, let's put it this way, right? I'm gonna try something. Okay, can you hear me? Yeah. So it's the orange gang. We've both got binoculars on each other.
Do wave.
Okay, so he's got back in his car. And he's driving away. Oh! Ah!
Yeah, it's a little bit. Oh fuck! I've got.
Yep.
What
That's
happened?
about for PAT. I'm just gonna go ahead and move that back.
What is happening? Oh god. Oh, where's he gone?
Bag full of.
Activity 1. I'm gonna get the Ouija board so I can ask which room it is actually in.
Yeah, you get the Luigi board.
Where is the Ouija board? Let me take a picture of it.
It's in the basement.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I just went upstairs.
I'm down in the basement, aren't
Should
Right,
I
I'm
put
coming
on
after
a
this.
candle in the
By the break.
in the little room?
There's no uncles in there.